Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's ZT here, back at it with another video. And today, guys, I'm gonna be giving you guys my prediction, my thoughts on this upcoming NFL season, on all 32 teams, on how many wins I think they're gonna get this upcoming season. I've always wanted to do a tier list, especially you know, a sports one. So I'm glad I'm finally doing one. And if you guys want to see more tier list videos in the future, please leave in the comments below. I'll be happy to do them. It doesn't have to be just sports. It could be whatever. It could be entertainment, video games. This and my Marvel movie tier list will be going up at the same time. So if you guys want to see more tier list videos like those, or anything different like food or anything like that, please leave in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do them. In case some of you guys don't know, I'm a big sports guy. Love football. Football's my favorite sport. I'm a big Steeler fan. Big Ohio State football guy when it comes to college. But I'm going to leave all bias aside and make this as 100% accurate as possible. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right in the video, guys, because I'm trying to make this not that long of a video. Also, after the season is over too, we'll do a reaction of this video. I'll probably do a little bit more reactions on my channel. I'll be kind of doing a little update video here in the next few days about YouTube and Twitch. But anyway, let's get into this tier list video. Let's go with Titans. Let's get started. Titans. We got D-Hop, Derrick Henry. Defense is alright. I hate to do this, Titan fans. I'm gonna put you guys at 7 to 9 wins. I don't see you guys getting more than 10. No offense, even after signing D-Hop. I'm not a big fan of Ryan Tannehill. Well, correction. I like Ryan Tannehill, but he's not the quarterback of the franchise. Neither is Malik Willis. Signing D-Hop is not going to make anything better. I just see you guys maybe at most getting 9 wins, but maybe like around 7 to 8, to be honest. Dolphins. I like the Dolphins. I do. I really like the Dolphins. Their offense is really good. It kind of depends on Tua this year. If Tua can play lights out, I could see them getting 13 plus wins. But to play safe, I'm going to do like 10 to 12. That defense is scary, especially in that secondary and the pass rush. And that offense is incredibly good. So if Tua is clicking, I could see 13, but I'm going to do 10 to 12 for the Dolphins. I think Dolphins are going to have a really good year. The Jets. Jet fans, I hate to say this, but that Aaron Rodgers trade, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys got hyped up for no reason. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. As a matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers has kind of been on the decline these last 2 years. You kind of got overhyped up for a 40-year-old quarterback to come into a tough division. I do like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. I do like those two a lot. I think they're phenomenal athletes. But I'm going to keep it a buck, Jet fans. I see 7 to 9 wins. 7 to 9 wins, guys. I'm sorry. I think Aaron Rodgers is washed up. I do. I think he's washed up. I mean, I could see 10 to 12 just because of their defense, but I'm going to go 7 to 9. I know he's in a better situation than he was in Green Bay, but I'm going to go 7 to 9 wins for the Jets. Browns. Man, Browns. Defense isn't too bad. I don't think Deshaun Watson is that good of a quarterback, though, to be honest. And to be honest with you, Brown fans, you guys did Baker kind of dirty, because I think Baker isn't that bad of a quarterback. I'll say that. Do I think he's an elite quarterback? No. Do I think he's a great quarterback? No. But he's a pretty good, decent quarterback. And the Browns did him dirty. I mean, he essentially took the Browns to a divisional playoff, almost an AFC championship. And they're like, get him out of here, Deshaun Watson. We need him. He does have weapons to throw to you too, and he got Nick Chubb and stuff. I see 7 to 9 wins for the Browns. I'm sorry, Brown fans. 7 to 9. Jacksonville, man. I love Trevor Lawrence, man. Travis Etienne. That defense is pretty good, and you got the guy from Philadelphia, Doug Peterson. talk about a good quarterback head coach duo, right? Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson. I think that's a really good duo. That's an underrated quarterback head coach duo. I think Jacksonville's going to have a good year. I'm going to go 13 plus wins. I am. I'm going to go 13 plus wins. I think Jacksonville's going to run that division. I do. Detroit Lions. Man, I'm happy for Detroit, man. I really am. Their offense is phenomenal. Last year was phenomenal. Defense got better. I mean, they got Cam Sutton. I was actually kind of upset about that. They also got that guy from Philadelphia, Gardner Johnson. If I remember correctly, I think I saw something that he was actually injured, and he probably will be missing a few games. Honestly, I don't see that being much of a problem. I think the Lions get 10 to 12 wins this year. I do. Honestly, if everything goes well, I could see 13 plus, but I'm going to go 10 to 12. 10 to 12. I don't think they're on this caliber with the Jaguars, Chiefs, Bengals, all that good stuff. Vikings. They were frauds. Let's just get that out of the way, Minnesota. They were frauds. Jay Jetta even said Kirk Cousins isn't his top 5, top 10 quarterback. And I got to agree with Justin Jefferson. Don't get me wrong. I love Jay Jetta a lot. I'm going to go 5 to 6 wins, though, for the Vikings. They were frauds last year, and I think they're going to be frauds again this year. So 5 to 6 for the Vikings. Buccaneers. You got Baker Mayfield, who I think is actually a pretty good quarterback. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. So he's got weapons to throw to. O-line, I think, is a little shaky. Defense is still all right. I mean, they got Vita Vea. I think they still got Devin White. I know one of the linebackers wanted traded. I don't remember who. And they're in a weak division, so keep that in mind too. I'm gonna go 7-9 for the Buccaneers. 7-9. I think 7-9 is good for the Buccaneers. Honestly, if Baker does click with Godwin and them, I could see 10 to 12, but I'm gonna go 7-9. San Francisco. I got a hot take on this one. The Niners, they got a phenomenal defense, phenomenal offense, but I'm gonna be honest with United fans. I am not on that Brock Purdy train. He's a really good backup. All right, don't get me wrong. He's a really good backup. As a starter, though, I don't think he's that good. I mean, realistically, he went up some weak opponents at the end of the year last year. And then come playoff time, I mean, he played a week. Well, not really weak, but he played a Seattle Seahawks team that was running with Geno Smith. Defense was still in the works. And then you play the Cowboys, who I think are overrated anyway. I don't think Brock Purdy is that answer, honestly, as a starter. As a backup, he's good. He's phenomenal as a backup. As a starter, I don't think he's that good. But realistically, you could put probably any quarterback in that system, and they're probably going to thrive with all the weapons they have with Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, etc. So, and George Kittle. I'm going to go 13 wins. I mean, I think they're going to get 13 wins, but I'm going to be honest with you, United fans. I'm not a fan of Brock. Well, I do like Brock Purdy, but I don't see him as a starter. And we don't know what Trey Lance has, so who knows? Maybe Trey Lance would be good. Who knows? Falcons. Yeah, Desmond Ridder. I think that's who their starter is at quarterback now. He's got Kyle Pitts and Drake London to throw to. Those aren't bad weapons. Defense isn't bad either. I mean, didn't they got Jesse Bates, I'm pretty sure, too, from the Bengals. So that defense actually isn't that bad. You know what? Atlanta, I think you guys get 7-9 wins this year. I do. It kind of depends on how Desmond Ridder plays. If Ridder plays well, definitely 7-9. I think some people would put him at like 5 to 6, maybe 3 to 4. But I'm gonna go 7-9. I get a little belief in there. You know what I mean? Ravens. Overpaid on Lamar. Overpaid on Roquan Smith. They essentially have no more money left. I don't know, but you guys also got OBJ, Zay Flowers. Who's the other guy? You guys got Bateman, Rashad Bateman. Lamar's got weapons. He's got wide receiver weapons, I should say. I do like Lamar a lot, but I'm not a fan of that defense because the defense is a little shaky for the Ravens, in my opinion. Realistically, I think Kyle Hamilton is overrated. Marlon Humphrey is a little overrated in my opinion. But John Harbaugh always keeps the Ravens in games. Part of me wants to put him 7-9, but I know knowing John Harbaugh, he's gonna probably win a little bit more. So I'm gonna go 10-12. I'm leaning more so 10. Raven fans, I'm leaning more so towards 10. If I put you guys in the 7-9, I would see probably around 9. But I'm gonna go 10. This season, I think, depends on Lamar if he can stay healthy. If Lamar stays healthy and plays well, yeah, I could see like maybe 13+. But I'm gonna go 10-12. Bears. They got Trey Edmonds, and I was upset about that. Defense is actually pretty good. Justin Fields, I mean, he played lights out last year. And at the Bears, if he plays lights out again this year, I could see like, you know, maybe like a 10-12. But I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go 7-9. 7-9. I think they'll have like 8-9 wins this year. 8-9. Bengals. Coming from a Steelers fan, and my dad and brother, they're big Bengals fans. Don't ask me how I became a Steelers fan. Long story. But Bengals fan, they're phenomenal. They're so phenomenal. Their offense is so good. I know Joe Burrow got hurt, but I think he'll be fine by week 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna go 30+. I think there's no argument there. Cowboys. I think Dak's overrated. I think Trevion Diggs is overrated. Realistically, I think the only good person on the Cowboys is Micah Parsons. That's it. And he's realistically the only good guy I actually like. I don't think the Cowboys are that good of a team. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you, Cowboy fans. I don't. I know people are going to be like, oh, Cowboys got a lot of... like, guys, you say it every year that it's your year. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not your year. It's not your year. Personally, I think the Giants are better than you. I'm going to go 7-9 for the Cowboys. I am. The Cowboys are overrated. They're overrated. Cowboys are overrated. And you guys lost Zeke to have Tony Pollard be your #1 running back. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I see a James Conner situation happening in the Cowboys like the Steelers. When Steelers lost Le'Veon Bell and they made James Conner the #1 and James Conner flop, I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Tony Pollard. He's going to flop for you guys big time. I hate to say it. Texans. No argument here. 3-4 wins for the Texans. I'm sorry, Texans fan. Don't get me wrong. You guys got a lot of young talent to work with. A lot of good pieces to work with. This is kind of like see what you got kind of year. You know what I mean? If everything clicks well with CJ Stroud and them, I see 5-6. But I'm gonna go 3-4. You guys have a really young team. Here and there, you got a few veteran pieces, but I don't think that's enough to get you to 5-6. So I'm gonna go 3-4. And I think they got a whole new coaching staff too. This is kind of like to see what you got here. You know what I mean? Colts. Jonathan Taylor wants out. They got that guy from Florida too, Anthony Richardson, AR-15, I think is what he's called. Phenomenal quarterback. Defense is alright. They got Pittman. You know, I think I'm gonna put a 3-4. I don't see them on the same level as the Vikings, because they're running with a rookie quarterback. Now, obviously, if AR-15 is clicking, I can see 5-6, but I'm gonna go 3-4. The Colts. Rams. Rams are in rebuild mode. I mean, they kind of stated it. But they still got Stafford at quarterback, and he's coming back from injury. So is Cooper Kupp. You know what? 5-6. Fuck it. I think the Rams are a little bit better than the Colts and the Texans. Chargers. This is kind of same for some of the Charger fans out here. Herbert, in my opinion, is overrated. Well, I wouldn't say he's overrated. Overhyped, I guess is the word I would say, because a lot of people say, like, oh, he's a top 5 quarterback. He is a good quarterback. I'm not going to say he's not. He's a really good quarterback. But he needs to close out a game. And he really needs to close them out this year. Because he is in, I wouldn't say a tough division in the AFC West, but he does have competition with Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy Garoppolo now, and Russell Wilson. So, and he never closed out the game against Jacksonville. which was kind of sad to see. Like, you were up by so many points against Jacksonville and you lost. I hate to do this, Charger fans. I'm gonna put you guys at 7-9. If Herbert can close out games this year and like can be consistent with closing out games, I could see like 10-12, maybe even 13+. I'm gonna get 7-9. I think Herbert is a really good quarterback. He's just not that top 5 quarterback just yet, like everyone's saying he is. I would arguably say he isn't really a top 10 either. But out of all the other quarterbacks in the league, I would probably put him in the top 10. But he needs to close out games. He does. And with how stacked the AFC is, I don't know. Also, I do want to point this out too. AFC is stacked this year. I could see a lot of teams finishing with a winning record, but missing out on the playoffs. So if you're a fan of an AFC team and they get a winning record and they miss out on the playoffs, I would not feel bad whatsoever. I would actually be happy because it's like we got a winning record, but we missed out on the playoffs because the AFC is stacked this year, 100%. Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo's there with Josh McDaniels. And I think a lot of people kind of forget Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo were really good when they were in the Patriots for the first like 4 or 5 games or whatever that Tom Brady was suspended for. He's also got Hunter Renfrow to throw to. And I think if I remember correctly, I read somewhere that Hunter Renfrow's roster spot was like on the verge of being lost. And I don't know if that actually happened or not. But he's got Devontae Adams to throw to. Defense is alright. They made some good additions. I'll go 7-9 for the Raiders. 7-9. Obviously, if Jimmy G is clicking with Adams and the receivers, I could see 10-12. But I'm play safe here. I'm gonna go 7-9. 7-9. And don't forget, guys, we'll come back and react to this and see how many I got correct. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I feel kind of confident when it comes to football. All right. Commanders. I think this tier list was made back in like 2020, 2022, whatever. Commanders, I think they're trying to go back to the other team's name. I'm not going to say it just for purposes. Commanders, Ron Rivera is a pretty good coach. They got that offensive coordinator from Kansas City, and I remember reading something at the intensity. I think Ron Rivera or the players or something like that were concerned with the intensity. It's kind of like a high school team. It's like, hey, we're concerned about, us doing all these drills, and we're just, only like 16, 17 years old. So I don't know why you're complaining. I mean, that's a really good offensive coordinator right there. But you got Taylor, well, not Taylor Heineke. Who is Sam Howell? I think is who it is at quarterback. I mean, he didn't do too bad. You know what? 7-9. Fuck it. 7-9 for the Commanders. Kansas City, I think there's no brainer. 13+1 for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is a go. Andy Reid's a go. They got Kadarius Toney, who somehow was an underrated receiver and became one of the number 1 receivers now for Kansas City and just went lights out. They also got Sky Moore, Travis Kelce. The offensive line is good. Defense is actually getting up there again. Yeah, 13+1's on it. Yeah. Saints. This is an interesting team. The defense actually isn't bad. They got Tyrann Mathieu, Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, their defense really isn't that bad. The offense is all right. I mean, they got Derek Carr with Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, if he can stay healthy, and I think someone else too. At receiver, and I can't think of who it is. But I know they got Chris Olave and Michael Thomas. They're essentially an Ohio State team recreated just with like different generation of Ohio State players. And you know what? I think the Derek Carr being traded to Saints, I think that was a really good trade. I think 10-12. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Derek Carr is very inconsistent, but I think he's in a better situation than he was with the Raiders, in my opinion. I think that's going to be better for him. I think it's better for him than the Aaron Rodgers going to New York, to be honest. Giants. They gave a lot of money to Daniel Jones. They got Saquon Barkley now, who folded after the running back meeting and accepted a 1-year, $11 million contract right afterwards. You know, whatever. He's got Daniel Jones, though. He has weapons to throw to. That he's got Darren Waller, the tight end. He's got that guy from Tennessee who scored like 5 touchdowns against Alabama. I can't think of his name. I know it's like Height something, or I don't know, Jalen Height or something. I don't remember. He's got weapons to throw to. The defense actually isn't even that bad. Fuck it. 10-12 wins for the Giants. I think Giants are going to be good this year. I do. I think Giants are going to be good this year. Eagles, no brainer. 13+ wins. I think the Eagles are just a phenomenal team. I think they run that division. Broncos, Sean Payton, and as the head coach over Nathaniel Hackett, who's now with the Jets. He made a comment about how Nathaniel Hackett is a bad head coach. You know, Sean Payton can say whatever he wants. He's with Russell Wilson. If Sean Payton can pull something out with Russell Wilson, I could see 10 to 12 wins, maybe even 13. Because that defense is pretty good too. I ain't gonna lie, that defense is pretty good. But it kind of depends on how Russell Wilson plays and how Sean Payton coaches the team. So I'm gonna go 7-9 and play it safe. I could see 10 to 12. But I'm gonna go 7-9. Packers. 3-4. I'm sorry, Packer fans. 3-4. I mean, I saw Jordan Love play a few games throughout the season last year and the year before. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. Defense isn't bad, but yeah, I'm really that 3-4 for the Packers. I'm sorry. Panthers. They got Bryce Young. He's got people to throw to. He's got, I almost want to say DJ Moore, but DJ Moore's with the Bears. Is that Adam Thielen? Defense is pretty stacked. They're in a weak division too. I think it depends on how Bryce Young plays. And him coming in as a rookie, getting thrown into the fire immediately. I'm going to go 5-6 for the Panthers. You know what? Yeah, 5-6 for the Panthers. And I think if I put them there, I got to put the Falcons there too. I do. Cardinals. They are also in a rebuild mode. Kyler Murray's coming back from injury. He doesn't have anyone to throw to but Hollywood Brown. And I read somewhere that Hollywood Brown just had like a foot injury just magically out of nowhere. And yeah, I don't know. He might be out for the season. He might not. I don't know. I'm going to keep it a buck with you Cardinal fans. I'm going to say 34. Sorry. I mean, they did come out and say that they were in a rebuild mode too. So. Bills. And they also fired their head coach. Bills, I think, also a no-brainer. 13+ wins. Josh Allen's go. Defenses go. Sean Thurman, whatever his name is go. Those are just a good team. Seahawks. Geno Smith has Jackson Smith and Jigma to throw to. He's got Tyler Lockett, who somehow balled out last year. DK Metcalf. Pete Carroll as the head coach. Defense is getting back up there to being really good again. Do I put them at 10 to 12? Probably not. I do think the Seahawks are going to have a pretty good year this year. I think they're going to be kind of an underrated team. But I don't see 10 to 12. I'm going to go 7-9 for the Seahawks. 7-9 for the Seahawks. 7-9. New England Patriots. Now, I watched a tier list video. I watched Tim the Tatman's. Tim's tier list. NFL tier list thing. And he put the Patriots at 5-6. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I don't see that. Alright, maybe I'll do a reaction on that video as well. I think he kind of forgot that Bill Belichick is still breathing. Okay, he's still alive. And you can never count out Bill Belichick. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think Mac Jones is pretty bad. He's not that good. but you cannot count out Bill Belichick. He also has weapons to throw to you. This season depends on Mac Jones. If Mac Jones plays poorly, he's out 100%. But if he plays well, because he has weapons to throw to now. He's got Juju. He's got Devontae Parker. He's got a running back. He's got the line. The defense, I think, isn't too bad. I know the defense kind of needs some work. And he actually has an offensive coordinator now with Bill O'Brien. And Bill O'Brien, I think, was with Mac Jones in Alabama. No, he wasn't, right? Yeah, no, he wasn't. I think that Bill O'Brien and Mac Jones connection is going to be pretty good. But they're in a tough division this year. I'm going to go 7-9 for the Patriots. 7-9. Now, when I say 7-9, I'm putting more so you guys like on the 9. Alright, now we save the best for last. The Steelers. I think this is a no-brainer. I think the Steelers kind of go undefeated this year. I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm just kidding. I don't think the Steelers get 13+ wins. I don't. But we did make some really good additions. We did. I think a lot of people are counting those out. We got, really good tight end. I would say tight end group with Pat Freiermuth, Zack Gentry, Darren Washington. Broderick Jones, who's probably not going to be thrown in the fire immediately, but he probably will get some playing time at left tackle to save Kenny Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett's going to have a really good year this year, and I think Najee and Jaylen Warren are going to be a fucking duo, two-headed monster back there in the running back. You got receivers to throw to. The defense just got stacked. It would be interesting to see how the linebacking core plays now. If I had to be honest, coming from a Steelers fan, if I had to be honest from a fan, I'm going to go 10-12. 10-12 for the Steelers. I know a lot of people are going like, oh, 7-9 for the Steelers. Honestly, guys, that is disrespectful for people putting the Steelers at 7-9. I really do think 10-12 for the Steelers, 100%. It's very disrespectful that people put the Steelers at 7-9, even 5-6. That's very disrespectful. I think the Steelers are a good team, and I think they're going to be a dark horse to win the Super Bowl this year, 100%. 100%. All right. Well, that's the tier list. That's it, guys. That's it right there. We were at like what, 27 minutes? That's not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty long, but not too long. And that's where I wanted to be at. If you guys like this video, like the video. If you guys haven't subbed, make sure you guys hit that sub button because I will be making more videos here in the future. If you guys want to see more tier list videos in the future, like I said, leave in the comments below on what you guys want me to do, and I'll be happy to do them. Again, it doesn't have to be just sports. It could be food. It could be entertainment, like the Marvel movie one. It could be whatever. But if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do them. Until then, guys, make sure you guys drink plenty of water and stay safe. And I love you guys. Peace out.